What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now I'm up sipping my coffee. A lot of good stuff in the sport of boxing happening, so I figured I'd share some of that with you. In boxing news, it looks like Team Alexander recently lashed out and released a statement to Amir Khan, and his team, and this is what they had to say. This was basically discussing a fight with Devon Alexander and Amir Khan. Amir Khan is moving up to welterweight 147, and he feels he'll be more comfortable or stronger there. Um, Golden Boy wants this fight. Alexander has a belt. Amir Khan is game to fight really anybody. So it's a fight that makes sense. It's a fight that they feel can be made. Previously, it was in discussions to be made in Dubai, but this is what Team Alexander has recently said. We discussed Dubai and put it on the table as my preferred option to Devon. He wasn't sure at first and suggested we fight in Vegas, but negotiations are going on right now. My dad and Richard Schaefer of Golden Boy are talking to the right people in Dubai. That's what Amir Khan said. Now, in response, because basically Amir Khan and his team said it was pretty much a foregone conclusion that this fight was to be made, that both parties would agree, and the fight would take place in Dubai. But Alexander's trainer, Cunningham, he actually said something different. Kevin Cunningham said this: Khan don't run shit. We don't have to deal to fight Khan, and we don't have any plans to go to Dubai. So it looks like a little bit of conflict of interest. I don't know if they can work out the details, or if Alexander wants more money, or if they feel Khan doesn't have any leverage to select a location that would obviously benefit him. As you guys know, Amir Khan, he is Muslim. There's a high percentage of Muslims in Dubai. So obviously that location, that venue would favor Amir Khan. My thoughts on this: I don't blame Alexander. I don't think it's scary or chicken shit. Now, some people are not going to like what I have to say. If you think Devin Alexander is boring, his style is boring, that's fine. This has nothing to do with boredom or fighting styles. Amir Khan has an exciting fighting style, and it's really because he puts it on the line. It's kind of like a Rocky movie. I've said this before, where he does have guts, he does have cojones, and you never know. Sometimes he looks like he's really rocked and hurt, but he'll still try to fight back in the past. So it's an exciting fight. It's not necessarily a smart fight. I don't think he's an elite fighter for it, but he does show heart and he puts it all on the line. I don't remember a time where Amir Khan just quit. You have to actually make him quit by knocking him out or TKOing him, or the ref has to stop it or whatever. So props to Amir Khan for having tremendous heart even in the face of adversity. However, I don't think I just hate how boxing has become almost like a popularity contest where a lot of the fighters and the fans of the fighters, if you read their comments, they feel that based on certain merit, like popularity, favoritism, fan base, that automatically warrants that fighter to be able to make any demand, and the even the champion or the less popular fighter has to adhere or succumb to all their wishes. Now, again, this is not Devin Alexander being more boring style fighter than Amir Khan. Amir Khan does have a more exciting fighting style. Um, However, Devin Alexander has the belt, so it's like, what part of the game is that where the champion who's fought at 147 multiple times, who has some solid names on his resume as well. I mean, he has wins over Lucas Matisse. Even if you felt he should have lost to Matisse, a win is a win on his record. I personally think Devin Alexander lost to Matisse, but as the record sits, he won. As Timothy Bradley's record sits, he beat Pacquiao. So there's nothing, no matter how much you cry and gripe about it, it is what it is. And Lucas Matisse is an up and comer, not even an up and comer, but just someone who seems to be plowing through his recent opponents. So even if you don't feel Devin Alexander won the fight, he didn't get knocked out like Lamont Peterson. He didn't get knocked out like a Jose. He didn't get knocked out like Humberto Soto. So even if he didn't win per se, you don't feel he won, like I don't think he won. Um, he still didn't get knocked out or embarrassed drastically. He got knocked down one time, and you have to give him some rounds. He did win some rounds. I just don't think he did enough to win. But anyway, Amir Khan has never fought at welterweight, even though he was ranked number 2 at welterweight, which makes no sense. But he has never fought at welterweight. Amir Khan has not looked exceptional in his last couple fights. The last fight he looked good in was against Carlos Molina, and that was a guy with no punching power, like 7 knockouts, who moved from 135 to 140 to fight Amir Khan. He was undefeated, but he had never faced someone with Khan's experience, Khan's speed, anything like that. So going into the fight, Carlos Molina had everything to lose. Like, he didn't really have one standout trait. He wasn't faster than Khan. He wasn't taller than Khan. He didn't have like a longer reach than Khan. He didn't have the experience of Khan, and he hadn't even fought at that weight before. Or actually, I think he had fought at the weight, but he hadn't concurrently and continued his career at that weight. So everything was stacked against Carlos Molina. So that's the last time Khan looked good. Before that, Danny Garcia knocked him out. Before that, he had a very competitive bout with Lamont Peterson and lost that fight. After the Carlos Molina fight, Julio Diaz, someone who was considered by many fans to be washed up and a walkover opponent, he gave Khan severe problems and almost knocked Khan out, it looked like. So Amir Khan, other than fan base or exciting fight style, what gives him the right to select a location? And again, I don't understand that. That's just my personal opinion. I think you have to earn your stripes. You have to earn your keep and do the right things in your career to start calling the shots. Now, people like Canelo and Mayweather, that is where it gets tricky, because Canelo is earning his stripes. He proves he has a fan base, etc. But Mayweather's been around longer, so I don't think he should call the shots on Mayweather. But if he's fighting pretty much anyone who's not named Mayweather, he probably will be able to call the shots because he's undefeated. He has a huge fan base, and it's like he has the belts. He unified in his division. So yeah, he should have pull. Unless your name is Mayweather, I don't. That's the only person who I think that's a reasonable fight where he wouldn't kind of dictate some of the terms. If Canelo fought Erislandy Lara, I would expect that Erislandy Lara and his camp would have to succumb to some of Canelo's demands, if there were any, to make that fight, because that's the fight that they want. And Canelo shouldn't have to bow down when he's the belt holder and he's the undefeated one, etc., etc. So I keep it fair and consistent all across the board. I just don't think Amir Khan has looked spectacular enough to really call the shots. If it happens in Dubai, great. I don't care. I don't mind seeing it at a venue that I've never seen before. But if Alexander's the belt holder, whether you think he's boring or weak or runs, whatever the fuck you think about him, he's the title holder. He's defended his title. So why should Amir Khan call the shots? And that's just how I believe, or what I believe in. I think you have to earn your keep, and you have to put on consistent performances to start dictating terms and calling shots. It's like if you started a new job and you'd only been there 2 months and you haven't really accomplished anything. You hadn't accomplished any great sales goals, or you haven't really done anything, had great customer responses and feedback. How can you dictate terms to your job like, I want more money, I want full-time hours, I want this and I want that, if you haven't really done anything? Everything in this world really operates off of what have you done for me lately. And I don't think Amir Khan, especially moving up in a weight division and how he's looked in his last 5 fights, signifies that he should have the say of where the fight takes place. He should just be happy to get the fight and do what he has to do if he feels he can beat Devon Alexander. My opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Should the fight take place in Dubai? Should Khan have the final say of where the fight takes place or not? As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.